The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster Sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides, mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
Exactly. Thank you, Silence the Voice. Oops. Sorry. A little extra cock for you this morning. Hit the wrong button.
The one down the street?
There's a rooster out here. Guadalupe's following us. It's been 6 years we're in the new building, and all of a sudden there's a rooster crowing every morning.
He's loud.
Where?
It got washed over here.
There's no houses. But a rooster
apartment
is...
complexes and...
Traveled by
It's got to be on the golf course or something, yeah.
What's he doing
the
out
Salt
there?
River. Came up.
No, not Salt River Cocks. Those don't exist.
Great baseball team.
We're the Wild Salt River Cocks. The rogue free-range cock of the Salt River. Nope, not a thing. The Papago cock, not a thing. Where are they coming from? But it's every morning now. There's 2 of them. It's just like being back in Guadalupe. There's an apartment building. Brady, how bad is the zoo with roosters?
Well, they have usually they have a little livestock area, where the kids can feed the stuff.
Terrible.
I don't know if they have roosters, but
the zoo's a
just
little bit
throw it
ways
out
away.
there.
That thing isn't.
Yeah,
that
you're not
loud.
hearing that. I know you're throwing it out there, but again, now you're making me mad about zoos that they
But
would
I
do farm animals.
I think
in there.
Arizona's pretty standard. Every 10 houses has a rooster.
I think it might be. Well, there are no houses. That's my thing. There's a National Guard. There's whatever that thing is, and there's a golf course, an LGE. Not one, like, Yantera shop or anything that would make you think that you're close to something that should crow.
They're protecting the facilities.
Yeah. And your kid, by the way, if it's entertained at the zoo by chickens and roosters, is wildly on the spectrum and needs tested.
They do have that farm section over there.
Yeah.
Well, again, and if the kid's like, ah, then your kid is like, I don't know what high end of the spectrum. Is it blue? I don't know what color it is, but yours is one.
That's the one that all the elementary schools take the
Right.
field trip to.
Because they're 4-year-olds and they're just killing time, and anything that's furry, they'll pet. They don't know.
One or two gets rammed by a billy goat. It's fun stuff.
That's exactly how the wild cock of the Salt River runs. Just roosters. And also, I forgot to say thanks to our friends at Four Peaks for bringing out all that cha-ching chavas. Loaded up on the beer. I drank a lot. It was fun. And I'm a dangerous beer drinker because nobody ever knows that I'm gone. Blotto. Don't remember the last couple hours of the day. And everybody's like, hey, drive me over here. I'm like, you don't want me driving. You seem fun. I'm like, I know, but I'm not. Trust me. This is drunk me. It's a bad, bad thing. I don't slur. I don't get weird. I'm more normal, and I should never be driving. But our friends at Four Peaks brought us a bunch of stuff, and they, of course, brought the whole party to us. So thank you to them. Rocky was awesome, and the gang showed up. It was great. Todd Morrow, one of our winners in the contest last week. Todd is a listener. He emails all the time. Was at the tournament. Said, had a blast. Here are my notes from the weekend. I met TV's Doug Hopkins and Mongo Hopkins that stood right next to him right before he rolled onto your heckle hole. Awesome stuff. Glad to be able to meet you. You need to get your handicap placard and just stop parking on curbs like you're a typical Jeep owner. Yeah, they're parking in the parking lot, so I just parked at the hole. I'm not going to drive all the way around looking for a place to park.
It's in the shade.
It's in the shade. I put it under a tree right there next. It's not by the road. I wasn't doing anything bad. Then it says, your whole sponsor, we needed more dancing girls and handing out waters and drinks to us and distractions. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Dancing girls for the R2 construction. Overall, had a blast. I would do that again. On a side note, driving home the next morning, I heard my name and voice on 93.3. I know I signed the paper and all, but tell that loser station that Todd from Mesa won $1,000 listening to John Holmberg and no one else. If this is in fact true, I'm going to have a meeting today. If I'm making all these phone calls
And
they use the audio
they're
for
using them
that.
on the other stations, I'm out.
That's what's
Or there
happening.
could be
I'm out.
another Todd
Is it-
at one.
Nope.
We can look it up. It's in the system.
I guarantee.
If Todd heard
knows
his own
his
name,
name.
already,
I know.
he knows
I
who
don't-
he is. He didn't, oh, that's another Todd. I'm always confused when other Todds are in the room if they're not. He knows when it's him, Todd, and he knows what he said on the phone call when I called him.
That means Todd's on floor wax in Cincinnati.
That means these knobs
have used it in all 30 stations.
Are like, hey, John, would you make the phone? Larry's in on it. I gotta yell at Larry. He's like, will you make the phone calls?
Investigation.
Because he always says I got to send the winners to corporate.
And now
they're
we know
making
why.
corporate
Now
clips
we know
out of
why.
this. Well, guess who you're getting a big fat you at your next corporate board meeting. Well, we want to, it's a good. No, it is not. This maybe to you, it's a national contest, but to me, it's beat all the other Hubbard stations contest, and I don't want to participate with my listeners on your cruddy stations.
Let's record a completely over-the-top one.
Right.
Maybe you can go around all the stations.
And just constantly saying, what station didn't you win this on? Yeah. Ugh, that awful 93 effing 3. Ugh, bleh. We'll have them ruin it.
Then stop right before.
Bastards.
I want it on, and then just have a general voice. 93.3.
They're, you know what they're doing? They're getting me back for all the bashing of this thing I'm doing. That was a good move, corporate.
Touche.
But now we're on to you.
Oh, now the chess game's on. We got 2.5 more weeks to play your game, kid. You in a roll with my listeners and pretend like the other stations? Oh, no, you're sadly mistaken.
Everyone wins.
You guys just got the giant, big proctology middle finger, and it's coming your way. Not everybody wins. This is not a socialist experiment. You know how I know that? Because nobody's ever excited when John and Mo tie in the mornings. That would have been a catastrophe. This isn't a kumbaya moment. If I start slipping and somebody else starts winning, I'm out. So guess what? I celebrate one thing, our wins. Hubbard. Suits. Tricky sons of bitches. This is how they have their jobs. Their ascension through failure all the way to the top. Yeah, I should have thought more of that they had to be tricky
repackage this up.
Yeah, exactly. Repackage that. The boy's dumb enough to make the tapes. We're going to use them everywhere. I see car salesman with radio jobs. I gotcha. Shady, Brett. I'm sending Brett into the...
I'll take care of this.
Yeah, I know you will. I got a guy.
We can't find the audio.
I understand you've been using some of my my friends' clips on your other cruddy stations. Hey, look, these anchors, they don't need our name on it.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry about that, Todd Morrow. You do all the work listening to us, and you got to... I'm sorry you have to... Now, and look, it's okay in this day and age to choose whatever lifestyle you want, but it doesn't make everybody comfortable. Todd may be miserable having the 5 or 6 people over there hear his name on that station for gays. I'm not sure that that's going to make everybody comfortable. It's like placing a Hall of Fame placard at BS West with the name on it. He'd be a little upset. Whoa, exactly. See, that's I don't want...
They took that down 2 years ago.
You putting pictures of me up at BS West saying all-time favorite. You don't want your name thrown around on KDKB. People will talk. I'm not... That's not... Oh, that's a move right there. Anyway, what's the word today, Toledo? Do you have the words for me? Go get
Is it about? Is it about 7?
It's, on or about. That's what the rules say.
All right.
I've been waiting to give this word out for 2 days, so... It's real close to 7 to me because it's been...
Friday, it's really
about... Oh, my God, compared to 5 o'clock, it's almost 7. So according to the legal rules, on or about, that's pretty much about 7. Like if you told somebody right now that you killed somebody, what time did that happen? I don't know, about 7 o'clock. 6:40. So I'm pretty sure we're in range to give you that. But all those slick suits, I tell you what. Well, that's it. If we have to... If we have to call...
Tempted to hear a couple others.
Yeah,
That's what they're playing.
Doing. Phoenix is really doing well here. Oh, boy, I tell you what. And also, I got 3 more KUPD winners on Friday, which puts we're at 15 of 30, so we're still holding at 500.
Are we sure it was KUPD winners?
Positive.
Apparently.
Oh, 7 o'clock's word's just where ASU is.
Yep.
It's the city ASU's in.
It's
Deviltown?
Can I say that it's all cities this week? Just not give out the
We're
names?
doing all cities, so like Tempe, Mesa, Phoenix, in that order, because that's the one at 7.
Can you say that?
I didn't give the word out. I'm just saying.
Right.
You just said they're all cities this week. I'm just firing them off.
Oh, you're confirming. Yes,
Yeah.
they are all cities this week.
And the one at 7 is the one I already mentioned first.
Such as
ASU's hometown.
Tuba City.
So there you go. I swear to God, if I have to call those 3 people today. We could have Frank do it.
There you go.
You know what? If I do call you later to tell you won on Friday, I'm going to say my name a lot. And you say my name a lot.
Right.
We'll prompt
word,
them.
John.
Yeah, hey, Holmberg. I love you, Holmberg. And make them edit for hours. And you also have to throw in, I hate KSLX and I hate KDKB. I only love you, and I'll sue anybody who puts me on those stations. Put that in your thing.
John, did they say in the rules, your corporate overlords, that OJ couldn't give out their keyword?
OJ, that's a good point. Or a reasonable facsimile thereof, OJ.
Hello, Twitter world. I don't want to give out the keyword because I don't like breaking rules. You know that, Bray. I'm a law-abiding, law-abiding man. But there I was the other day in Tempe. And I was walking around, and I saw those blonde girls, and I got to get out of here. I got a vibe. So many blonde women. It's like post-traumatic stress disorder with Clairol's honey blonde. I have a problem wanting to kill them all. So it was out there in Tempe. Our issue is we were just walking around. I don't want to give the word out. But all cities this week, Toledo. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm staying in Tempe.
Oh, yeah? What do you got going on in Tempe?
Well, I'm looking at blonde girls going back to college and with the little masks on, and it reminds me of hospitals and blondes, and that's always a bad combination. Ambulance come pick them up. It's just nice. I stay at the Tempe Mission Palms in Tempe. That's a word you might want to spell correctly.
OJ, people are calling Todd Morrow a traitor. How does he know he was on KDKB if he wasn't listening to KDKB?
Well, and I did deal with that in the email back. Like, why did you? And his proper response, his wife was in the car. I'll accept that. But
good timing.
Still. And maybe Ricky Rackman's show was on during that. And he doesn't like racing.
When is that show on?
It's like Sundays at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he's leaving Sunday morning and he got the Racing Rock show on that. Because Ricky's great, but he doesn't really count as one of us. He's just on Sunday mornings. So maybe he's not a racing
interviews
guy.
And maybe rocking out.
Maybe in the midst of something else, and his wife wanted to hear a 21 Pilots song and know what it's like to be a gay man for a few minutes. So she listened to KDKB. Again, nothing wrong with it, but it does cater to that. They admit it. The whole staff went to the Gay Pride Parade once. That's who they're targeting. Todd Morrow and the whole gay population.
Quit picking on Gady Gaby.
You're right. I'm sorry. Gady Gaby sounds a lot like saying Tempe. Anyway,
oh, yeah, it kind of does.
On or about 7 o'clock, I'll give you the word today that you can put into your little thingy. I'll officially hand over the word, and you guys can get on it. Clever suits. But if I do call you later today about the thing, just say.
Could do it like Groot. It's just everything's Holmberg, no matter what you say.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Did you win the money?
I'll just say, all right, here we go. And then we won't send them the thing of me just going, Holmberg. And it's like, Holmberg! 1,000 Holmberg, 1,000 Holmberg. I'm like, okay, perfect. That's how we answer the call so corporate can't use these things in other cities. Well, I'll tell you. I'm like, look, you won $1,000. Congratulations. Now we're going to do the tape. Okay. Holmberg. And we'll just keep going. Brady, Toledo, and Bert. Holmberg! Okay.
Oh, man.
And screw you, Suits.
It'd be hilarious.
It's going to happen. Otherwise, we won't give the tape over. I was being nice making all those calls.
Over and above.
Oh, way over and above. Because Larry kept saying, you don't have to, you don't want to. I'm like, no, I'm happy to claim our listeners on the big winning sons of bitches. Tell you what, you give a suit an inch, they'll take your paycheck.
Facts.
Son of a so-and-so.
Facts.
And they're giggling right now. We got him. And I'm also kind of upset. What do you got here? Tim Morrow must have been driving Brandon Lee to work. Well, there's a possibility. And I'll end all the calls with, and what's your favorite station? They'll go, KUPD. And why don't you listen to KDKB? And they'll go, because I'm not gay. All right, click. Send that to corporate. I hate being 49 because this just popped up on my phone, and I'm like, I need to take a look at that. How much money should you be investing in your 401k? It immediately caught me. Like, oh, geez.
Double down. Do I have enough?
I've just opened my phone, and it was geez, I better take a look at that. Did you ever go on your this is a talk for the adults, but did you ever go on your 401k? Sorry, Brett, Toledo, you guys talk amongst yourselves. Brady, did you ever go on your 401k and hit that thing where you're supposed to be? and then they cry for 3 days.
Yeah.
Is at your age, if you're looking to retire on time, you're 28 years behind schedule. Like, oh no!
Now
A
you
little
have
car that moves.
Yeah, little car that drives.
I think
You
it's a
have,
double-
like, you're just breaking your own ass on that. Why are you doing
I'm
that?
just crying, just
Overnight
tears.
401k is brutal. Oh,
At double nickels, you can add a little more.
you can start ponying up
You can-
some.
yeah.
Did you do it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right, smart. Because that Fidelity thing it makes you mad. Because I looked at it the other day and I'm like,
So wait, at 55, they crush you and say, we want more of your money
Yes.
in order for you to
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
crushing
that
you.
For you to catch up.
I know what
that's
it's
doing
gonna
you
be
a
for me.
favor.
Come on.
Ugh, these people, these lib cucks. I tell you, always asking for more, and then when you try to get some of theirs, it's like, hold on a second, my 401k's asking for more. But boy, if taxes come along, you give me some.
Thought my $1,000 a year was pretty good.
These libs.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible, and it tells you that you're so far behind, and it's like, well, you're only allowing me to put in a certain amount. Well, you should probably step it up a little. I can't if I do max.
Right.
Yeah, well, and the max ain't cutting it, pal. Thanks for shopping with Fidelity. But yeah, I see this stupid article pops up. Here's how much you should have in your 401k at your age. Oh my God, I'm gonna die poor.
Hey, my car's been stalled.
Huh?
On my 401k.
The little car
Oh, your
moving
little
on the
car is
thing.
smoking.
Yeah.
It's stuck in reverse.
How insulting is that
He's
little
got a
goddamn
Swiss
car?
climber.
Too. It's like, and Toledo stops after
Over the cliff.
bursts into flames. Kids jumping out of the doors. Oh man, yeah. So anyway, I was going on there because this. Did you guys see? All right, so we already have devices that can hear us,
Right.
that can see for us, right? As far as like check our rooms out. We got security cameras and everything else. This new invention changes everything. I watched a special on it last night. I looked it up. It looks like a giant. They call it the purple nipple. It looks like a huge like jelly. It's purple. It has the ability to smell.
What?
Identify smell. So it can know when corona's in the house. It can know when cancer's in the house. It knows. Like we already kind of have one with the CO2 and the fire thing, but it's this invasive kind of.
Because everyone doesn't have a dog with the ability. I mean,
Well, it's
dogs
putting
can.
but they can.
But
They
it's
have to be-
basically the equivalent.
But a dog
of
has
all
to be
that.
trained to do it.
Right.
Like this thing's like.
But you put the purple nipple in.
You put the purple nipple in and it picks it all up. And so it's they're like, will it change the world? 100%. It was originally invented, of course, as everything is either porn or alcohol, for Anheuser-Busch to see how much of the aroma of a beer is actually permeating in the air to where you can say, okay, it actually is a difference maker. So the aromatic notes, are they perceived by the nose? The aim was to enhance the flavor because what people don't realize is when you're drinking beer, if you inhale while you take a sip, it makes the taste different a little bit. But it's called the Conacor. It's going to show up in airports. It can do bus. It can do gun materials. It can pick up anything. And it starts to get to that intrusive thing where it can start telling you if you're sick or not. That they know already that its only limitations is it's based off of what humans can do. So it's our nose. Because we can't really replicate what a dog does. We can assume it, but we can't.
Here's what I
replicate
think
it.
about when you said that as far as picking up powder or explosives. Like, what about like your dad, for example? If he flew to go hunting somewhere, hunts all week,
Well, I think it
and then
has to
gets
be
back on the plane, I wonder if it would pick up any powder.
It has
you
to
know,
be a
if
fair
there's-
amount. And plus, I hope that my
I wonder
dad
if that-
doesn't.
Yeah, if you cross
Yeah, but here's
paths
the
with
thing.
something.
Yeah.
Here's what I hope. That if my dad goes hunting and then hops on a plane right after, somewhere in between the last shot and the plane ride is a shower. Somewhere.
Yeah, it would. Most of that stuff would be in his luggage anyway.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, but it'll pick that up. It also.
So don't go to the shooting range before you get on a plane.
Right. I'm going to fire off a few shots of the old, and then I'm going to roll over and grab a flight to Los Angeles for no reason whatsoever. Aren't you going to wash? Nah, I like to be covered in gunpowder and residue. But here's the thing that parents are excited about. It picks up marijuana like every time. It's like a 99% success rate. That when marijuana scent enters the room, the thing warns you.
Oh, Toledo's on it.
Toledo's done. Your kids are doomed.
No need for the nipple.
My parental bingo card already has a piss cup in my closet right now. So
Oh, man.
Yeah. It
those
also
at-home tests.
it has the ability to tell you if you've got COVID-19, certain types of cancer. It's amazing. And they're saying all you have to do is hang it in your house.
It's like the magic 8-ball.
Sort of. But it changes everything. It's putting dogs out of work. All those bomb-sniffing dogs and stuff,
So there's a dog union around there going, "Hey boys,
Yeah, it's about to be. Well, I mean, what are we going to make all these Belgian Malinois for?
I guess that's true.
There's a big business in that.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to start
Huge
shooting these
business.
nipples. Yeah, they said the sniffing system. This guy says, my gut feeling is it's going to get more and more efficient. You're using what mammalian noses are using. It's much closer to what we smell or want to smell. That's the difference. Sometimes we go, ugh, I don't want to deal with that. This thing's like, I got it. It
You
knows
got a picture
everything.
of it?
It doesn't ever. It's in a flower field, so
Whoa.
they try to make it look pretty. Huh. It's a big purple nipple.
It looks like one of Dr. Pimple Popper's cysts.
Yeah. Would you put this in your house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts? So they tried it with cancer patients, and they
Can
had
you
them.
put it out, or does it have to be somewhere that's like a traffic area? Or
Well, no. I mean, what they did with the cancer patients and the thing I saw last night was they would put it in the over the toilet, and when they would pee,
okay.
it picks up what's in there.
Gotcha. That makes. I'd put it.
It smells viruses on travelers. That's the one thing for like a plane. You walk through, and if you've got a virus, but that's going to just make everything so inconvenient when somebody got a
Plane
head
shut
cold.
down,
Yeah,
right?
well, the plane won't necessarily shut down because they'll hopefully catch it before you get on it, but it'll delay everything, and then you're going to get fights in the airports. And I got the
Or
sniffle.
you just have the cold flight. This one's
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody's honking.
The Petri dish.
Yeah.
That's called Spirit Airlines. We've already got that.
The accuracy is
It's high. It depends on what you're looking for, but with like marijuana, it's in the 90s. Cancer was like an 80% something success rate on diagnosing which cancer. Because there are dogs out there that can smell when you have cancer. Like they'll and a lot of times they'll do it to each other where if your dog has like a cyst or a bump, the other dogs will smell it a lot. Or if it's just a fatty tumor, they leave it alone. Not all the time, but sometimes. Some of you really
they'll weed them out.
golden
sometimes,
retrievers
too.
and labs and all that. They're really hypersensitive to that kind of stuff. Hunting dogs,
Is
especially.
it one particular, or do you have to have multiple?
I don't know.
Like you'd have one for viruses, and then
No, one machine.
reads
But
all
yeah,
the
I
different
don't know. I don't know how many you'd need in your house.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
But I mean, I think you could do it. Like, let's say Alex's kid comes home from a night of debauchery,
Yeah.
and you're just like, all right, go by the nipple,
Yep.
and stand by the nipple and hit the button, and then it's like, marijuana, cocaine,
Chlamydia.
chlamydia,
Ecstasy, MDMA, oh,
digital
geez, you're checking all the
chlamydia.
boxes.
He's got hand chlamydia. What's the kid been doing? Phalange chlamydia. Holy cow, his toes are involved.
Hickeys.
Yeah, he doesn't smell hickeys.
No, damn it.
Your son reeks of elderberries and whore juice. Yeah, it's weird. So, as much as we've let technology in our homes, we were never told.
That's to the next level.
Were we ever told, the computer can hear you? Or did it just become something we accepted and now we've got Alexa?
Just accepted.
I think we just accepted it. I don't think we were ever like, hey, guys, this thing can hear everything you're saying. I didn't know my TV could do it. I certainly didn't know my computer monitor was always filming
We
me.
said that in here for a long time. There's been no Alexa in here, but every time we talk about something, something
computers
pops
get it.
up.
Your Mac Weldon's a perfect example.
That
All of
was
us
it.
started getting
You
ads.
Son
and
of a
stuff.
bitch,
Yeah.
now I'm getting ads.
Yeah, the Mac Weldons were weird because we went on, and every computer in this room, which isn't hooked up to anything,
No.
started to Mac Weldon at us. Well, I know for a fact that computer, because they used to say hackers could get in to your computer and just watch you through the camera because it's
Yeah.
always on, and you have to go in and shut that off. So I don't know. Is it more intrusive to have the smelling machine in your house?
No.
In a way, it's being
Nah.
everything brought to us under the guise of safety or our health is always eventually used against us for advertising and money
Right.
and possibly spying.
And you have to check the app, or is it verbally? Does the thing talk?
I think it's
Cancer.
This
As
does
you
it.
walk by. What?
Brain cancer. Or if mine just goes, whoa, what is it? Nothing.
Fart.
Come on, what
Fart.
is it? Yeah, Daddy's home. It won't tell you. Go to a doctor. What? Just do it.
That's what this guy says. Can the purple nipple smell when I'm having a little me time? It would really suck if the wife came kicking down the door every time I grabbed my Johnson.
Yeah.
Sisu.
Yeah, sisu trees and bleach. Sisu trees, bleach. Male ejaculate. Oh, my wife just walked in. Shut up, Nipple. Who are you talking to? Oh, the Nipple thinks I was beaten off. He's a liar. I smell lies. I wasn't beaten off. I texted you a few minutes ago to see if you were coming home from the store. Yeah, I told you 20 minutes. Right. And he beat off. Shut up, Nipple. You rat. Fink. But yeah, the purple nipple, it's coming into your home soon as more technology goes. But the smelling thing, I guess it's great for parents, but what poor kid, like he's been drinking, it'll pick up alcohol, the kids can't have any fun at all anymore. You can't hit on a girl anymore at all because 5 years from now, everything you think is right today will be sexual assault in 5 years. If you put your arm around a girl in a movie, it's going to be sexual assault. I mean, you're not Trevor Bauer, but you're going to be treated like him in the year 2026 when all the rules change again, and you decided to put this first kiss that you were going to try on your Instagram's page. Terrible idea. The viper in your pocket will get you.
It'll be a chaperone, too.
Yeah. Always think of Michael Richards, the almost host of Jeopardy, for everything you think you're doing that's cute on your social media today. And your little podcast, that's a great idea. Because you're not hired to do it. You did it yourself, so it's voluntary information. And then 5 years from now, you're trying to get a job, and somebody goes, on your podcast, you ask a girl to see if you could see her cans. Yeah, well, it's 5 years ago. We were doing a podcast called Show Me Your Cans, and chicks would come on and do it.
If you ask her for her cans, you should see them.
You can't host Jeopardy. Why not?
At Girls Gone Wild, we
So hold on a second.
had a philosophy.
Alex Trebek never saw cans? Ever? He never asked anybody. I would bet he did. I bet Alex, in his own really kind way, was at a bar going, hey, aren't you the host of that thing? What is yes? That's funny. What is can I see your lady?
I'm so glad I grew up before everything turned into woke pussies.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Brett, you're still in it.
I know. But I mean, as far as like you're saying, first kiss, grabbing some cans or something, on the first date. I mean,
well, you especially with your Big Surf story.
Yeah.
Wave pool.
I mean, you made a mistake saying it here. Someday that's going to haunt you.
No, it doesn't matter.
But the good news is all those 8th grade girls probably didn't remember it either. And they were cooler then. Yeah, I don't like just being around any of it. I'm like, ugh. Those girls from Dylan broke their phones out to get on there, and I skedaddled. I don't even want to be in the background of it. Maybe I get a host Jeopardy someday. I doubt it after this show. But, they start saying, hey, we're going to host a game show. I'm like, sure. And then they go back and see that I was behind the doing, air jerks. Were you jerking off behind a girl doing an Instagram? Maybe. I don't know. I was drinking.
It's funny. You're missing the context.
Are you an alcoholic? I'm like, is there nuance in anything anymore? I was goofing around. No goofing around as the host of Jeopardy ever in your life, ever. How dare you have a podcast where you told someone if they baked and ate too much, they'd get fat?
It's tougher than being in the FBI.
Being the host of Jeopardy is going to be impossible. I got a job with the KGB and the FBI, and Jeopardy turned me down. It's true. It is only one position. But if Mayim Bialik can do it. Wasn't there a very special blossom at one point about beating
there
off?
is. I heard something.
She's in trouble
she had
too?
said, yeah, but I don't know if it's getting any traction or not. But
Mayim Bialik was offensive on a tweet once?
Yes.
So now they're going after her. And that's just the Michael Richards camp. Now, here's the funny thing about Jeopardy's Michael Richards. He's the executive producer. It's a much more important job to Jeopardy than host. He's the boss of the whole show.
He stays in that job,
He stays
right?
at that
That's
job.
Okay.
He fired himself.
That's
all
fine.
the other activity.
He hired himself,
Yeah,
and then he fired himself. Yeah. But he's got the most important job. People don't realize host is like 8th on the list of most important person.
Wouldn't they be up in arms for that?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have any job.
Right.
Because
He's a sexist pig. He shouldn't have. They'll probably try that, but he's the EP of Jeopardy. It's the most important job. Idiots. We're in a dumb world. We don't even want to smell things anymore. We got machines built for that. But Toledo's kid isn't going to make it through anything.
Screwed.
Ever.
No.
Like if that thing goes off every time he comes home.
Nipple
Cigarettes,
nightmare.
vaping, marijuana, cocaine, Adderall.
Dad, I was just around it. All he did was walk into the room.
wasn't me.
Lies. Breath. Coffee. Cocaine. Watermelon.
We went to Dutch Bros.
Marijuana. Well, the nipple doesn't lie, son.
We were at a CBD place.
Well, what are you doing there if you're not smoking tons of weed? Yeah, so it's kind of intrusive, but at the same time, it's neat because they're always we could tell you if you got cancer. So people are like, it's for good. But it won't be used for good. It's going to smell what you cook. It's going to smell what you do. And it's going to advertise to you. It'll probably connect to your Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
And then start
It'll
doing
log it.
sense
It'll be in
around the house.
cloud.
It'll know when you use Febreze. It'll know what
Lots
brand
of
that is.
Jergens.
Right. This guy Jergens a lot. By the way, John. What is it, Nipple? There's a special this week on Jergens non-scented lotions. The ones you use for... Honey, hi, welcome home.
Astroglide. Shut up, Nipple.
Shut up.
synthetic fake bottoms.
Oh, no. It smells that? Just because I wave it around the room and run.
Make sure you check the settings on your nipple.
Yeah.
No need to read this. No need to read that.
Detached prosthetic female mouth hole.
What's she saying that for, I wonder?
She smells it on you.
Great. That nipple will be every wife's best friend.
Where have you been?
I'll tell you.
Oh, God.
Glitter. You smell the glitter?
Swizzle in.
You went back?
Huh, I swear.
Lesbian cologne. Flannel.
Okay, that's enough.
Stop it.
Stop.
Softball glove oil.
You were at Swizzle-In. Anyway, what are you going to do? But the nipple is out there. And I wonder if it'll become a normal thing.
No, thanks.
I do like the name of the company in Pasadena that's kicking it off. Cyrano Science. They got that big nose. Yeah, you got to be literal to understand that. But as in de Bergerac. But yeah, so I don't know. Vapors, I'm trying to find all the other stuff. There's a list of things you're like, well, and it'll pick up gas. But we've already kind of got that.
If you weren't sure, like you had some stuff in the refrigerator.
If it's gone bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if it can judge. It's just
terrible meat.
Great.
3 days to a bad milk.
Do not
How
eat.
long are you going to hold on to that lunch meat?
Yeah. And all of a sudden, it just in the middle of the day.
Salmon, butterscotch. Your wife needs a bath.
Yuck.
Spoiled tuna.
Don't judge us, nipple. Toledo comes in.
Poverty.
Hey, it smells it.
Hey, my car is stalled.
Insolvent.
Anyway, so what are you going to do? What do you got on the big board of musical treats?
By the way, we're getting a lot of messages asking what the word is.
Oh, it's Tempe. I told you before.
Yeah.
You're right. It's past 7. Tempe. That's right.
OJ told you a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I thought we already covered that. You're right. I got off on the nipple. I smell a winner. Tempe is the word for 7 o'clock, 7 to 7:40. So get on that. App it up. And for those of you who don't know, I'll explain it again. For those of you who do, just bear with me. Download the app, the KUPD app. If you haven't already at the App Store, or however Samsungs or those other things work, those poor people phones. And then you got not Samsung. Those are good ones. I don't know the other ones. I don't know what. Look, there's Apple, there's Samsung, and then there's poor people phones. I don't know what.
Blackberries?
Is that a thing?
I think they still make
They're
them.
still around, yeah.
What time machine did we have to go get one of those in? All right, well, no. Anyway, if you got one of those, fumble around with that thing for a little while and figure
Can't
it out.
track me.
App it up or put it on your desktop. You can go however you do that on your desktop, too, because there's Mac and there's PC. However you get that done, download it, and then go to the rewards page. There's a little star on your app on your phone, at least on Apple. I can tell you how that works. The star, then it goes to 6K a day. You click on that, and then you scroll down to 7 a.m., and you write in the word Tempe. Yes, I know. It's a terrible setup. Whoever did this has never been on the radio once in their lives, but somehow or another, direct spamming across the nation. So first thing I would say is this: you guys put this thing together. Well, the listeners are willing to go through hoops. Yeah, but if you don't, the whole key to this deal is to make it easy for the host to say, hey, go to the app, click on the thing, you're in. Well, we figured making 7 to 10 steps the best possible method. You got KDKB. These people are hanging by a thread. You think their listeners want to do any work for them? They don't. That's why you get one entry a day. We luckily have an army of people who understand corporate soups are knobs, and this is their thing. And so we're dealing with it. But, yeah, it's not well put together, but it is still $1,000 in your pocket, and we are throwing money out like nobody's business. 3 more winners Friday. We're at 15 of the 30. It's a nationwide contest. We're not going to lie to you and act like you got a better chance, but you do if you keep flooding this thing. I think we had 20-some thousand people enter on Friday, which is humongous, especially because our app, which, by the way,
keeps crashing.
We spent tons of money on, and that's why look, here's the other don't know. A couple years ago, they put all this money in the budget for apps, redid all the apps of every Hubbard station. We haven't used them really once. Like, they're really excited about it. So this is like the guys who put all this money in are like, how come you guys aren't using the apps?
Gotta have them.
Why aren't you using them? So then they put this contest together, kind of making us do it. So, and it's just so we play with the toy they gave us. It's like if your dad got you a bike you didn't like and didn't ride it, he'd make him feel okay by using it, or he's going to take it away. So the app's out there. But they spend all this money, and it crashes every time you get 4,000 people to use it, which is ridiculous. Unless you're KDKB, which 4,000 people would never happen, so don't worry about that.
Safe.
Totally safe from crashing. Ours, not so much. So every once in a while, ours crashes. But we had a boatload of people on there Friday, and we'll do it again today. We're far and away leading this suit $6K a day, silly contest, and you guys are winning all the money. That's all that matters to me. We win, we destroy this little sales initiative contest, and you guys collect all the money. Go 5 for 6 today. That's what I'm hoping for. Tomorrow, the other stations are going to be lazy. It's a perfect day for you to jump in. All the other stations won't press it like this. I'll tell you, the rules are Monday, contests usually do terrible. People aren't as involved. Get on it today. This is the day to flood it. Kill it.
I'm sure Woody's not getting any complaints about their app crashing over there.
No. No. Never once. Hey, Woody, your app is the fastest one I've ever been on. And enter at the other stations if you feel like it.
Oh, yeah.
But when you win, say our name. Over and over and over. Make it so they can't use the promo, because I didn't realize they were doing that slick shenanigan move. So, yeah, Tempe is today's word. Tempe, for those who don't know. And some people say Tempe. Some people say Tempe. It's the same state, same place. It's the exact same thing, Tempe. So head on over there to your app and write in the word Tempe. Tomorrow, it's neighboring, or later, 8 o'clock. It's neighboring city.
Yep.
To the east.
Correct.
By 1. Second largest city, I believe. No, is it not? It's
Still
third
number 2,
largest.
isn't it?
Third largest in the state.
Oh, did Tucson
I think
pass
Tucson's bigger, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, second largest in the metro, that's for sure. But that's 8 o'clock. Tempe right now is the one you're shooting for.
Same city we went to junior high in, right?
Yeah, you and I grew up there,
yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I went to high school there, junior high. You moved over to Gilbert,
yeah,
which is east of what we're talking about.
Right.
That'll be the 8 o'clock city. But I started living in Tempe. When I first moved here, I lived in Tempe. Before the 101 freeway was there, I was on Price and Southern. And they blew that stuff up and built the road right over everything. All right, so there you go. Get on that. App it up. Win your money.
All right, Wake Up Song brought to you guys by our buddies over there at Action Ride Shop. Josh and the boys slowing things up a little bit on the course this weekend. You get them on a mountain, you get them on a ski slope or something, they're going to destroy you. But you get them on the golf course, it's a little slower.
They're going to destroy you.
Yeah.
They're basically going to screw up the course. We had a 30-minute break because those guys played 9 people deep.
But they're great. So whatever you guys need in the action sports realm, just hit them up at actionrideshop.com as well as on Facebook and Instagram. Hell yeah, on the bill, Five Finger Death Punch, Metallica, Motorhead, Slaughter to Prevail, Dropout Kings, Death Clock, Whitechapel. But somebody hit us up saying Alice in Chains facelift turned 31 years old on Saturday. So he hit us up for It Ain't Like That.
It Ain't Like That. Done. That thing's 31 today?
Saturday.
Or Saturday?
Saturday, yeah. Came out in 90.
Facelift is 31.
It's ridiculous.
Now do yourself a real quick math thing and go back 31 years from 1990.
Oh, man.
59.
Jeez.
That's the time gap between now and Facelift. Before Facelift came out, 31 years. So it was pre-Beatles, all that. So from 59 to 90, we advanced to It Ain't Like That and The Sea of Sorrow and Man in the Box.
From G. Lewis.
Yeah, from the beginning stages of like Little Richard and Elvis and that.
Yeah.
That's what rock's turned into. From 91 to 2021, still be a hit. I don't think you could put Great Balls of Fire out in 1991 and still have a hit. But you sure could if you had It Ain't Like That, or Man in the Box would be a huge smash even today. It's weird. Like we progressed so fast and then just kind of slowly move forward into whatever Marcus is doing.
We're already, who knows what that is?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're already getting reports that you guys have crashed the app again. So the app's not working, Tempe's not working. Just keep trying.
Keep
trying.
You know,
it will take it eventually.
Reload it.
Yeah.
And look, I'm with you.
It's not us.
If it's way too big a pain in the ass, I would quit too. But we're asking. Yeah, I got one too. I got a bunch of them.
Yeah, just keep rolling. It'll eventually take it. Yeah.
And again, we're not in control of the app.
The digital plunger right now is stuffing them all in there.
I don't know what his name is,
time.
but it's some dude in Chicago that sits and monitors this whole thing. So we don't have anybody here that would normally be like, okay, the app's going to do this. No, it's them. So it's their deal. Tempe.
Just keep hammering them.
Keep trying. Thanks for doing that for us. You're helping us out. We're trying to give you money, but really what you're doing is helping us out. And now I'm in a big fight with the suits. They're not happy. Tripp said that Friday. They're not pleased. I'm like, good.
What are they going
to do? Oh, just me talking about this and not being all rosy.
Oh.
Kind of making fun of them. They don't have they're funny until it's about them. Stern couldn't have nailed it more with pig vomit and stuff. Like, they love you so long as you just leave them alone. And then the minute you get them, it's like, well, where's the irreverence? You love the irreverence when it's everybody but you. When you guys start to slip up, you don't want me to call you out. You can't say anything about your bosses, but when everybody else sucks, you can say so. And they don't. They're good people. This contest is a little dopey. And again,
it's working.
Not from. Oh, sure. Well, why though, Brady? Because we're making everybody hate our suits. I'll tell you immediately.
Real good.
Yeah. It's one of those things where this is like you can kick your boss in the nuts through our bosses today because everybody's had to do the initiative. Everybody's had to do this came down from corporate. We have to do it. So.
Get $1,000 out of it.
And we didn't really get a say in how it works. That's the thing that bugs me. But yeah, it's money. Money's always good. I got no problem with that part. And again, giant corporate thing, $6,000 nationwide isn't much. Just saying. They're patting themselves on the back for giving you guys
the way
peanuts.
It's pacing, though?
Oh, Phoenix is
do
killing
it again.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have to participate every time.
Maybe we'll get our own money. They're adding more.
Oh, we already have some of our own.
But I'm saying they add to it because we're so dominant.
Good point, Brady. Phoenix did it. But no, what they'll do is they're fine. They'll give it to the broke stations. That's how it works. That's the socialism of corporate America. They'll hand it over to that KDKB and say, well, if they could just do it like they did, just maybe more money. I'll tell you what I'll do. If KDKB starts giving me like $5,000 a couple times a day, I'll encourage you to enter their contest. And every time they call you, just talk about us. I'm fine with that. Doesn't make their programming better. Just makes them, look.
Nothing will.
I'd stand at a Mercury game if they gave one fan $5,000. It's the same thing. It's like 15 people in there. It's like pretty good odds you're going to win that. I'll choke down the beginning of the first period of a Mercury game to find out if I won $5,000 and I'm out. So we'll do it. Anyway, I'm a little too bitter about the contest. Especially because they used it against me, Brady. Using those phone calls on other stations does not make me happy. So we're going to change that,
Might not have
too.
been the only one.
Yeah. Is this a nation? I didn't agree to anything, did I? It's my contract. They can just do whatever they want. But
it's theirs.
Well, they're getting a new dose today. They're going to get the group. I like the group. Holmberg, 1,000. That's it. We'll just speak like Malkovich. It's Allison Chains, 31 years old this weekend. It ain't like that. Holy Moses. Yikes. It's 98 KUPD. It's your wake-up song. Still great. 98.
Oh, my gosh.
98.
Shut the front door.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.